Hey, we're live. How's everybody doing? And just doing a quick live. And before we start picking up into a lot of the big party shows, guys, definitely, because I think a lot of people like those live from at home party shows. And seeing how many people are coming on in. And pretty soon, guys, you'll see a big kind of, you guys will see a bit of our coffee club here soon in action here at some point when things start getting back to normal. And right now we can't have people over, but pretty soon we will be. We're allowed to again. We don't know when, but hopefully by then I will have a table set up back there. And again, like I said, guys, it won't be the same people that were coming here for wrestling. It'll be 4 different people. People that I know from out of town that the traveling picks up is allowed to pick up again and that kind of stuff like that. People coming out this way that I may know that. So I just wanted to show you guys my masks that I have, guys. Definitely. Here's a nice cool one, guys. Definitely, it's got the skull one, really nice one. So you guys can see that. Nice in time for Halloween for Haunted Hunter's Cabin, guys. Definitely nice skull one, and I've got my rainbow colored one. So I got very different styles of masks, guys. I'm starting to get it since this thing started. I've been collecting these things. Definitely very cool. There's a nice rainbow kind of what you call hippie tie dye one. Definitely, and this one you can breathe through because it's got the nozzle to it. I got another one like this. I got a white one, but that's a nice black one. Then I got my one like this with my skulls on it, so it goes over your face like that. Underneath my rubber masks, guys, that I have, like my Freddy Krueger mask and my skeleton mask, I got one of those eye patches. And definitely, so I'm going to put those down there for now. A safe spot. So again, just relaxing, guys, today. Again, I had some new movies come in. Well, they're old movies, but I tell you, they were awesome, guys. I sit back, I was watching them. And from time to time, guys, I do watch my Netflix. And sometimes there's some good movies on there. Sometimes it just repeats, but I got eventually sometime down the road I gotta buy some new batteries for these guys. They are real walkie-talkies, but the batteries are dead on these. Definitely, I gotta get a new set. I know what size of batteries I need for those. Definitely. For them to, then when they get the new batteries, you can really hear them go off. Definitely. Again, like I was sharing yesterday, back there, guys, it's gonna be different how this year haunted house is gonna be set up differently this year, guys. Definitely. See the layout. At the back is where the haunted library is gonna be. Definitely. It'll all be dolled up too as well. Haunted Hunter's Cabin, which is a Deep Cave 9 haunted library back there, guys. Last year was just a small area. It's a bigger area this year. Definitely. Again, the other room is going to be dolled up. Again, dark tablecloths on the glass table. It's going to be all dolled up. I don't know if I'm going to put the village out here. Or I'm going to set the haunted village in there. I don't know yet. So that way, because when I do the walk around or whatever, I do a walk around video from my iPod. Not so you'll be able to see everything and that kind of stuff like that. Hopefully, I can see if I can get YouTube on this other iPod phone. Not most times I can't. I have to delete a few things. If I can, that's great. May take a while. Let's see. I'm gonna have to get rid of a few things. Usually that is the case. Oh, usually that's how it does it. We'll see if that comes through in time. Before we get to start the Haunted Hunters Cabin series, guys, definitely for this year. So that way I can get the walk around video loosely up to YouTube for you guys, definitely. When it gets all spooky and dolled up, guys, definitely. So it's cool. There's actual table in there to set on too. So I don't know if I'm going to put the Haunted Village in there or if I'm going to put it in here. It would make more sense to kind of put it in it, set it up in there. And then kind of make up the spooky people all around it. Definitely. That'd be kind of awesome. Definitely. I'm hoping to actually buy a wood table at some point or a fold-up table. So that way you can get the chess games going. That way, guys, it could be back in here, probably way back there. You can see way back there. Definitely means the computer's on, but I'm going to be sitting way back there. Maybe I can bring the table up closer, push the couch back, and put it near the front here. Definitely, I think it'd be better, but for the chess games, but and that kind of stuff. That no, it would make more sense because the coffee lounge is way back there, so and the computer is way at this end of the room. And definitely, so we're getting that all set up. So just having a coffee, guys, and that. So we're my date's all screwed up today. It's saying the 12th. We should be past the 13th. I don't know what's with the dates on here. Definitely. So basically, also too, with when we do the haunted houses, guys, there's a lot of spooky props on here too, guys. You guys are gonna see. Gonna be some satanical props, definitely, like there is every year. I found one of them floating around. I forgot it was in a hidden in a, I had it hidden in a drawer somewhere, but that'll be out. There will be it'll be set up as normal, guys. Probably looking like a bigger range this year, definitely. The a lot of the white coloring does fit the haunted house, but it's a bit of a throw off. So basically all that white covering is gonna go. You see in the background, guys. Definitely, so it's gonna go down to like an old cabin brownish color, definitely. So it looks kind of like it's natural, without the tablecloth landing on it. So it looks like a historical classical cabin. Haunted Library is bigger this year. More room to walk around. That's gonna, again, I've got Halloween caution tape that I'm gonna tie around. I'm actually gonna tie it around. We have to do things different this year, guys. Definitely. Most years, it's kind of just been taped up to the walls. I want to get away from that, definitely. So technically, starting this year, basically, it has to be just kind of tied to my furniture objects and generally. So little changes to that this year, definitely. And that, I don't think I'm gonna use Facebook on my phone tablet. I think I'll get rid of that, but I think see, that gives me the space. Nope. I'll look at I'll view TikTok later, guys, definitely. But if TikTok keeps doing what they're doing, just booting people for no reason and that kind of stuff like that, then yes, I'm going to switch, can officially change back over platforms, definitely, full time. That kind of stuff like that, but and strictly do everything by YouTube, definitely. Find other ways to create the audio sound in the background, definitely. I hope it doesn't come down to that part of it, definitely. And all my hard work I did on TikTok, I'll end up losing it all. But don't want to do that. Also, too, we used to do movie nights here on YouTube, but it was going good for the first half, but that I can understand. YouTube got to a point they weren't allowing it, but it's kind of understandable. Just it would have went through fine if we had to change the background sound, definitely. But to use the original movie sound in the background on YouTube, it's kind of hard to do because you only allow so many minutes of it, only seconds or limit of so much of it. Something like that, I understand. before it's considered a copyright content. Means not saying you cannot use copyright material. It is just saying it is, if you use copyright material in the background, it is no longer classified as your video. It means somebody else owns your video. That's all that means. It means whoever published, like if you were having a movie night and you're playing a movie in full theater sound, and the network owners that own that publication of that movie owns your YouTube live channel. Not channel, but your live video, because you use their material. It is no longer considered as your own live stream. It means it becomes someone else. Your live stream does become someone else's property. That particular video. That's all that means. Just because their material was used in the video, in your while you were live. That's all that means. With the sounding in the background, with the audio sound of it. You can't legally say it's your video. Welcome to the wonderful world of BS. There's always got to be a claimer out there on everything. Definitely. Never fails. Gotta be careful of that, guys. Totally. You know, sometimes it can be annoying, but yeah. You can use movie materials, music materials to a certain point. But then if you use too much of it, then it becomes that author or that artist is, your live video becomes their video. They can claim ownership on your video. Just because their album's being played or you're lip singing to their album or whatever. Or they hear their movie in the background or whatever that they published. That's the scary part of it all, definitely. Other than that, that's usually not too much of an issue in most cases. Funny way of putting it, though, but had an itchy nose. Sorry, guys. But yeah, again, just having my coffee, guys. I may finish up my JD later. I don't know how long. I got a quarter of it left. Not enough to get me drunk. Don't worry, guys. It's not a full bottle like I had first had. Definitely, it's down to that now. Some people slip it in their coffee. I tell you, who's slipping in their coffee? But some people do. Oh, that was funny. One guy I knew here, he did that. He did that at Tim Hortons. He bought himself a bottle of JD and hid it under the table and slipped it into his Timmy's coffee and made a video of it. Oh my God. I tell you, the guy's Dicky. The guy's a dicky idiot. I mean, want to put it that way. But he's being himself as normal. But nobody else ever go try that. He was lucky he didn't get caught for it, but he could have got caught for it. Knowing that you can't do stuff like that at Tim Hortons because Tim Hortons is not a liquor license establishment. He had a lot of people staring at him too. That was funny. I remember that day. That was funny. This is way before this pandemic even started. That was comical. Definitely. Sitting there watching him do that. I tell you, that was funny. What you do in our town, I tell you, we got clowns in our town. They It's my town that I live in is a circus infested town to begin with. So, um, all circus people live here. I tell you, nobody normal. I think I'm basically the only normal one that ever lives here. Definitely. All these other wingamadings are all from the circus. The circus people. Um, if they're not circus people, they're beach hippies. Um, never failed around here, I'll tell you. Never fails. But also, too, I have to subscribe to on YouTube. I'm going to subscribe to Fog TV to see how if he's made any new shows yet or not. Even though he can't go out anywhere, I don't know what kind of shows he'd be making during the pandemic if he can't go out nowhere. I can't go on any ghost hunts. That kind of stuff like that. I know this area he was going to do his season 3. He was going to come up all through here, I'll tell you. He was going to come through here to complete his season 3, but the pandemic hit, so he never got that far. Maybe that one that I'm looking for that was supposed to come out, maybe I'll check it out on YouTube if it's still on YouTube and watch it. That movie that was made in Niagara Falls, The Haunting of Warner Road. I got to see that. I've not seen that since it's been made. I have not even seen it on any store shelf yet, on DVD or Blu-ray. Definitely. Canada Day, guys, definitely. We can do, yes, YouTube, we can do documentaries. That's the funny thing is, on YouTube here, we can do documentaries, not a problem. And it's not an issue with YouTube. Like, we can sit here with sound, everything, and show a documentary. But, you know, but if it is, if it is like something like, we have to be careful when it comes into like clip singing to your favorite artist or whatever, or doing the party shows, or we can use a little bit of music on here. Yeah, I have used music on YouTube before. It's never been an issue. I guess your live stream time's quicker. They put you on a time clock, and your time clock goes faster if you're using copyright material. That's how I understand. Well, that's the only thing with YouTube. It's not the fact that YouTube doesn't allow it. It is moment you have copyright material going in the background, like a movie in full sound, or you have music in full sound, and you're up singing, you're dancing, you're lip singing, you're doing karaoke. YouTube times you. There's a copyright timer. Before they dialogue, it's copyright. So you're allowed, yes, you are allowed so much of it. But once from the time you start, they put you on a copyright timer where your video will end quicker. Your live streams will end a lot quicker because they'll end your live a lot quicker. Because there's a time clock that will time you, because you're only allowed to use so many seconds of copyright material before they're going to call it copyright. That's all. You don't lose. It's not like Facebook. Now, Facebook, if you do use copyright material, now I'm finding out that you can, but if you do, you have to restore the audio, and it's up to Facebook if they want to restore your audio or they don't want to restore your audio. You could get a message stating audio cannot be restored due to your area. It could be a violation in your own area, and they will not restore that video. The audio sound to that video. Most cases they will. That. You'll get a red bar, but red and white bar. Some cases they'll give you the option to restore your audio. If you can restore your audio, it'll be great. You got audio. Or it'll come up. You won't even get that option. And and it'll say please remove your video, contains copyright violation. Audio, and it'll say audio could not be you cannot restore audio, or it'll say you can restore audio. It is Facebook's more complicated, more stickier. What YouTube is, here you are allowed to use so much copyright material, and that kind of stuff like that. With sounding, I just choose not to when it comes with the movies end of it. In the background, I try not to have any sounding off the movies. Definitely, for safety purposes. So what I do is I mute the movie in generally, and I change the background sound in generally to a non-copyright sound. Meaning non-copywriting sound, and it means spooky sound effects around Halloween time that you can get at the dollar store. Now those discs are cheap discs. Those sound effects that you can get at the dollar store on the CD sound effect, Halloween sound effects, they don't contain any copyright at all. On anything on those sound effects. Probably the newer ones today probably does, because they're in their party Halloween party music mix. Now I find if you've got an ab, translating from an ab or whatever to your YouTube channel, you're fine, totally fine. But if you're linking from another device on YouTube to YouTube, yes, you get in. It's not going to go through. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. Usually, it does. Depends on how you set your YouTube user up as account when you apply for your YouTube account. And I don't do too much of that. I'm authorized to, yes. But still, I still like to be cautious, definitely. That kind of stuff like that, especially around Halloween time. This place that I did a couple cool lip sync songs, party songs on here. Definitely. I enjoy it. That's why I said it's no different than going on TikTok or whatever. But bringing your TikTok talents this way. I know I do for Canada Day or whatever. A year 10 to 1, they allow you to restore it depending on which song it is. Now, if it is a deceased artist or whatever, usually it goes through kind of fine. If the artistry to the publication art is still alive, 10 to 1, you're going to have issues. You're going to have technical issues restoring it, and you have to wait till they get authorization from the publishers to allow you to. So when you go to post it, they will hold off on posting it until they get the authorization, until they got the go-ahead to post it, if they say that they can post it or they can't post it. And now if they tell them they can't post your video, then you've lost the video. Indefinitely. That's how that works. Usually 10 to 1, they're pretty good at telling them that yes, YouTube is can post it under their banner. But the fact is if you use any copyright artistry, albums, band artistry in the background or whatever, then that YouTube video you made, that particular video is no longer your video. It's someone else's video. Automatically, it's gone viral. It's gone public, and it's gone copyright owned by the individual that owns the publication to those records. Definitely, that's all that means. Just like your 60-second videos, a lot of TikTokers think they own their 60-second videos because all of TikTok contains a copyright usage of albums, that kind of stuff, artistry and that kind of stuff like that. that's how the music industry owns your TikTok videos. Definitely, a lot of people don't understand that. Even though we put the music on there, we do the music videos because we're becoming like we're lip syncing to our favorite artist or whatever. That artist's family, or if that artist is still around, or even if that artist is deceased, their family automatically owns your 60-second TikToks because it's their record albums that are being used. And definitely, you as a personal creator really no longer own that 60-second video. Someone else owns it. The record music record company's publication that publishes the actual records networks ends up owning your videos. That kind of stuff like that. That's what you got to be cautious on, guys. Definitely. If you're just like if you're doing it without, like, if you got everyday talent and you play the piano, you play the guitar, and you're just singing from your own mouth, and you're just playing the piano yourself because that's your talent, or you're playing the fiddle, or you're playing the bagpipes yourself, and you can see that in the video, and you're making your own content, making your own music where you're not even using any music in the background, or you're talking just like I am or whatever, then yes, that is your video. When you use actual copyright publication audios to professional comedians, to actors, to movie stars, to the Bee Gees or Elvis Presley or whatever, somebody else will own your 60-second videos. Definitely. Their record companies automatically own your 60-second videos. You don't know, it's not your video. You're in the video, but it's not your video anymore. Someone else has ownership claim on it because it's their album or their band group. You've mimicked on there, so it automatically becomes their video to that particular producing record company. That's all it is. So that's what I said. So that's what I said. TikTok contains a lot of copyright to it. That's what you guys got to be careful of. Definitely. I know this. We go through the same thing on YouTube too, as well. It'd be nice if they, when we do a TikTok video or whatever, let us say that yeah, we did this video, because we're in it. We should have the right to own that video, but we don't have the right to. The publication records that produce the music, the actual album, sells the albums in the stores or whatever of those celebrities. I will claim ownership on that quicker. Definitely. That's the only difference that a lot of people don't have the understanding on. That kind of stuff like that. But if you're just talking, like if you're doing a talk show like I do, or like I'm doing, or if you're on TikTok, you're doing a 60-second. If you play the guitar, the piano, the fiddle, the flute, and you're playing for real, then yes, you own that video. You got music notes in front of you. You're playing the real. You're sharing your own talents. You're playing the piano for real. You're playing the tunes yourself for real. Then it's not linked to an actual album, or you're not using any copyright material, karaoke albums in the background. Then yes, it is your video. Definitely. The wheel will, even if you play Neil Diamond in the background, your picture shows up in the wheel because you're on TikTok and you're playing a Neil Diamond album in the background. Your picture automatically shows up on there anyways, because it's coming from your home, from your side of the camera. If you less you go through the audio list of that kind of stuff like that, then it'll say the group or the bands name to it and their photo. Who recorded it on there? That's all it is. It's nothing bad. It's not a bad thing, guys. Definitely. It's just the way. It's just the way society is. I don't know why it is like that, but it is. That's usually how that works. Definitely. Now, like I said, back to the dollar store CDs you can buy if you buy the really, really cheap ones. There is, I did check out, there is CD music you can buy if you're worried about copywriting and how that works. There is CD music you can buy that is non-copyrighted. Means they're not done by professional artists. They're CDs that have they're old CDs that have been, well, they used to be in cassette tapes, but they're old music that goes back to the times before copywriting even existed. There is, like, if you go to a hippie store, you can buy Celtic music, old ancient Norwegian Celtic music on CD, or classical music on CD. It'll say on the case, does not contain copyright. If it says does not contain copyright on the back of the CD, it means that it's not under any copyright protection law. So it is safe to say, if you use it, to claim it as being in your video. If the back of the CD says content contains copyright protection, or it says all copyright, all rights received, it means it's protected by copyright law. There's a bylaw on there, federal law on there, FBI or RCMP law on there on the back of the case. That's all that means. Like there is some tribal music, guys, that you can get that nobody really owns, that nobody has claimed copyright on. That's not copyrighted material. Stuff that is like Norwegian, or stuff that goes back to the old days. Probably it's hard to get nowadays. You have to specially order it, but I know there's a hippie market, indoor hippie market, not far from me. They sell a lot of non-copyright music. It'll say right on the back of the CD case if it's copyright law protected or not. If it says on the back does not contain copyright, it'll go through. It'll even go through on Facebook, not a problem. Live stream, especially because there is non-copyright music, guys, you can get. You really have to really search it. Anything like dark gothic. Now, some dark gothic, yes, is copyrighted. There's some Christian religious music. The newish stuff today is copyrighted. Some of the very, very old stuff, guys, will not be copyrighted because it was produced and published before the copyright generation, and there was no law that would copyright it. It would be just taken from old 8-track tapes to CD. So on the back it would say material non-copyright. And if it says that on the back, you're fine. You can use it. A lot of the old Southern Baptist stuff, guys, you'll find is not copyrighted. That kind of stuff like that. The newer stuff today, yes, would be definitely, if you want to discuss that part of it, in music wise. Now, if it was used in Hollywood film productions, there's a copyright on it. Definitely is going to be. If it has not been used in any Hollywood production films, it'll be labeled as non-copyrighted. Definitely. They don't copyright it until it's been used by a Hollywood film director in movies. Once it hits being used as opening or closing credits to a movie, or it been used in a big time movie production or Broadway production, boom, they slap copyright law on it. You can't copy it. You can't use it. You can't use that material. That's the only difference. That's what they mean by the difference between copyright and non-copyright. I didn't understand that. I was talking to a Ghostbuster chapter here in Toronto. That's how they were explaining me over it. The other thing is if you're using it on your live stream and you're not doing it to make money, or you're not making money from it, you're fine. If people are using it to make a profit off it, then you're in trouble. That's where the laws will kick in. That's the only difference. Lily. That's how they work that. I know sometimes the time I don't like the quietness back here. So if I'm watching a movie, yes, I'd love to have the sound going in the background. But being on live on YouTube, we can do a little bit of that, but not too much of that. Or most times, just under respect, I mute it and I change the sound of it in the background generally. So it's different. That way it'll go through the algorithm. That's been not a problem. Back in a minute, guys. But yeah, hey, sweetie pie, you're on the couch. I see you on camera. Yeah. Don't stick your tongue out at people, no. You can't stick your tongue out at people. You'll ban me. No, it's okay. You can. We're not on Beagle. If we were on Beagle, I'd be banned by now. Because somebody sticks their tongue out at everybody. Hey, don't you, sweetie? Yeah. Oh, I see the ears going up. Definitely. As you guys know, Lily's over here sitting with me. She's sitting on the couch. She likes being on camera, don't you, honey? Yeah. Hey, don't sneeze on camera either. Yeah. Some people say you look like Scooby-Doo.
She's not Scooby-Doo.
Well, to some people, she looks like Scooby-Doo. To some people, she's Scooby-Doo. That's okay. You're allowed to be Scooby-Doo.
She's just a spoiled little girl.
Nothing wrong with that. But yeah, that's how that works. Still nothing bad about it. Not saying you can never use it. Just be careful if you do, or how much of it you use. But yeah, those are usually how the music industry works. The music video industry works, definitely. Or the film industry works. Works like that all the time, and you never get around that. Definitely. Even the professional actors will tell you the same thing. That's how it works. But yeah, I just wanted to do a quick check-in, guys. I just let you guys. So basically, mapping out where the haunted house is going to set up this year. Again, my wife's movie room is going to be used. It's going to be dolled up. Out here is going to be dolled out. I'm still thinking about I don't know if I'll set the village up in there or out here. It makes more room out here if I put it in there on the other table, but put like a black blanket underneath it, or a brown one, so it looks like sand or whatever. So it comes out to be Halloweenish. That kind of thing like that. And then the haunted library over here, guys. It's going to be totally spread out this year, so there's more room to walk around, so I can take you to walk around. If I buy the other TV in time, the old TV in time for the other corner, the other video camera is going to be set up and hooked up to the VCR. So there'll be a bit of a VHS tape making. I have to get some blank VHS tapes, and I need some new SD cards, video cards. So we're really gonna get this really dolled up. And Hunter's Cabin, Hunter's Cabin, guys, is going right to New Year's Day. Definitely. It's not stopping Halloween night like it usually does. It's going all the way through. Definitely. So we're gonna make it longer. We're gonna spread it out, make it longer, have like a haunted Christmas, guys, definitely. With a bit of a haunted Halloween, haunted Hunter's Cabin Halloween theme to it all the way through, so I don't have to take any of the Halloween stuff down. So, it's gonna be done totally spookier and kind of paranormal-ish, because a lot of people are liking that. Everybody's complaining about Christmas itself because of how religious it gets. But yeah. That's how we're setting up. Also, too, if you guys do have any questions, jot them down below my video, either when I'm not live, that kind of stuff like that. I like it when my hair is getting long. Hopefully my hair will be really, really, really long by then. I'll be able to put it in a ponytail. I think I got my natural brown hair. It's not black. I tell you, because sometimes I do dye it black, and sometimes I come out looking like a combined cream from Sleepy Hollow. But yeah. So thank you guys so much for tuning on in, and well, guys, we'll catch you later. Bye for now.